There we go. Hi everyone. Hi. Just sorting out my streaming windows, don't worry. I'll be with you in a second. There we go. Okay, hello! Hello, welcome back. We're going to be doing some more Factorio today. It's day 4 of my Jingle Jam stream marathon. And we're going to be playing Factorio. It's been a while. We haven't played Factorio in over a month, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the mic a little bit. I think it's been over a month since we last played Factorio on stream. And I don't know if I'm going to be bringing it back in the new year. I probably will eventually, but to be quite honest, it's not exactly my most popular series. There's a reason that I've taken a break from it recently. But because it's Jingle Jam, and because I'm trying to do a live stream every day this week, I wanted to at least do something today. So I thought, why not do a bit more Factorio? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to carry on with Factorio Space Age. We are going to continue with the Jingle Jam fundraiser, which I'll tell you more about in just a moment, but I am trying to raise £500 for charity this week, so any donations would be very much appreciated. Like I say, I'll tell you more about that once we dive into the game, but so far we've raised £133 over the last few days, so thank you to everyone who has donated already. Okay, the song is about to end. There it goes. So I'm gonna switch over to game view. There we go. There we go. Okay, and put the game music back on. Nope, no more music. Not yet. Okay, there we are. Right. Let's dive on in. So, quick recap of where we were last time. We're still trying to build... Well, we're still trying to research artillery. We've got 20% to go on that at the minute. What's letting us down right now is chemical science. We're not producing very much of that, unfortunately. But I'll try and get that sorted as a priority. Hi, Philip. How are you doing today? Okay, so it's because there's a shortage of red circuits. But for anyone who's not watched my Factorio streams before, this is Factorio. It's a factory building game. Logistics-based puzzle game, I guess you could call it. Where you land on an alien planet and your goal is to escape. But in order to be able to escape, you have to build a giant factory that makes loads of things for you. It's complicated. It's very complicated. But here's our current factory on the planet Vulcanus. We also have an even bigger factory over on the planet Nauvis, but we're not there right now. We're on Vulcanus. And we've got a little space station as well, which is mining asteroids for us right now. But back down on Vulcanus, like I say, we're currently trying to research artillery. We need to be producing more chemical science packs. And it looks like... I mean, these all seem to be working at full capacity. So I'm guessing that there's red circuits are being drained out of the system somewhere else. We're producing 60 red circuits a minute and we're only using 42 a minute, so there should be a surplus. But it seems like there isn't. I guess for now we can... I don't know. I don't know what the best option is, to be quite honest. Where else are red circuits being used? They're being used here to make robot frames, but they're actually not being used there, which means we got a backlog. Ah! Well, I guess we could reduce this then. Let's set this to 100. In fact, it doesn't even need to be that, to be honest. We could set it to 50. And the max to 50 as well. And then I'll take these out. Oh no, leave those ones in, and we'll put these ones in here. Never mind. Wait, I had... There were 200 red circuits there, right? Where did they all go? Oh, they're in the trash slots. No, whoa, don't get rid of them. We need them. Put them in here. Thank you. Okay. 82% on the blue science right now. We're so close. The reason we need artillery, by the way, is because on the planet Volcanus there are these giant worm creatures. All of the anywhere that's marked with these red lines on the map, that's a danger area. So if we go to any of these danger areas, we are at risk of being attacked by these giant worms. The problem is, we need to go out here to mine resources. So, for example, the tungsten ore. Tungsten ore is a very vital resource on this planet. We really desperately need tungsten ore. But it's only mineable in these danger zones. So that's why we're trying to research artillery, so that we can clear some of the space, clear out some of those demolishers, as they're called, and then we can get in there with some mining equipment and start collecting tungsten. So that's what we're waiting for at the minute, really, is just for this research to be done. And it's currently at 83%. Suppose I'll have a quick look around and check on all the other equipment. This mining drill's run out of coal. There's none there. Let's go up here. There we go. Oh, that one's run out as well. There we go. Okay. And once again, just to remind everyone, I am trying to raise money for Jingle Jam this year. This is most likely going to be a much quieter stream than usual, so I'll, if I get the opportunity, I'll take a bit more time today to talk about the individual charities that I'm raising money for. But I am participating in Jingle Jam 2025. They're partnered with 8 really amazing charities this year. I'm trying to raise £500. We've raised 133 so far, and I'm going to be streaming every day this week. So hopefully by Sunday we'll have hit the £500 target. If you would like to donate any amount, it goes towards 8 very great charities. There's all sorts. There's War Child, Autistica, Trevor Project, Make-A-Wish. There's loads of really, really great causes in there. Any donations you give will be split evenly between all 8 charities. So yeah, if you'd like to donate a little bit of money to charity this Christmas, there's a link in my bio, or you can scan the QR code that's on screen now. Okay, we're up to 84%. I'm kind of just wandering around at the minute, because there isn't much we can do until... Kane says, I'm a donate it myself, but thank you. Yeah, you can donate yourself. Like I say, any amount is appreciated. Although, I think if you donate more than £35, you get access to the Jingle Jam Games collection. There's 15 really great Steam games, with a combined value of like £100 plus. But you get it for 35 if you donate it to Jingle Jam. P on Twitch says if I could donate more, I would. I'll just have to settle for sharing the word. Thank you so much, P. And yeah, if you have already donated, by all means, you know, spread the word. Don't donate more than you can. But if you've already given a little bit, then, you know, spread the word, share the stream, let other people know. And, like I say, hopefully, we might raise 500. The official Yogscast campaign, by the way, is at almost 2.5 mil now. I think they might get to 3 mil by the end of the week. I really do think they will. They didn't reach 3 mil yet last year. I think they raised 2.8 mil last year. But they're looking on track to raise 3 million, which would be absolutely incredible. I've just realised as well, I haven't put the link in the Twitch or YouTube chat. Just give me 1 second. Okay, pin that. Okay, so if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, there's a link in the comment section where you can donate. TikTok doesn't let you put links in the comment section, so if you're watching on TikTok, you'll have to use the link in my bio. But again, no matter which platform you're watching on, you can also scan the QR code on screen if you want to do it that way, a little bit quicker. That's something we could do. We have a huge surplus of ores right now. We could probably speed things up by building a couple more electric furnaces. Let's do that. Can we get one more? And then we can have 1 stone, 1 iron, and 1 copper. Yeah. Pop that there. There we go. And then we can have 1 exclusively for iron. I don't think I'm going to be able to carry all of this. We'll keep this first one for stone. There we go. More iron in there. Oh god, there's so much, just so much of everything. Okay, and more in here. Not copper. Copper can go in this one. If anyone out there plays Factorio, I'm sure there's probably a shortcut to transfer all of a certain item, but I don't know what it is. Like a button to just transfer every stone that I have in my inventory, rather than doing it 1 stack at a time. Okay, so this one's all stone now, this one will be all iron, and this one will be all copper. I think we're going to need another chest, though. Steel. Oh god, that's still full. Okay. Great. And we're going to need some more inserters too. Oh, actually, I should probably make some provider chests. Yeah, that's what we really need. There we go. Okay, that one's for iron. And one more. I actually can't see the crafting menu because it's behind my mini monitor. Did you have any problems last night, says Draydog? Nope, none whatsoever. It was actually a really great stream last night. Quiet. There weren't really many viewers, but the game was incredible. I posted a highlight. It's 7 minutes long, but I posted a highlight of some of the gameplay from yesterday. I am really loving. Someone's just reported my fucking live stream. Are you actually joking right now? I'm really loving Soma. What a great game. What a really incredible game. Okay, so the reason is, so this time I've been reported once again for leveraging personal financial needs. Once again, I'm raising money for charity. Not for me, for charity. That's not personal financial needs. That's not me saying please send money to me for me to spend. This is me raising money for charity, TikTok. Do you understand that? Do you understand what charity is? I'm not even gonna... I'm just not even gonna bother talking about it, because I'm so beyond finished with TikTok over this. Like, genuinely, it's made me so irrationally angry with TikTok as a platform. Like, if I was sat here saying, please send me loads of money, yeah, that'd be pretty bad. But I'm not doing that. I'm asking people to give money to charity. But TikTok doesn't understand the difference. TikTok doesn't understand the difference between please give money to me and please give money to charity. They just hear me saying the word please and money, and then they're like, copyrights, you know, fucking strike that live stream. No. Shut it down. It's ridiculous. Because there's no investigation process to the report system. But I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to go on about it. I'll still... It even clearly states on the actual live that you fundraise. Exactly, Draydog. It says, literally, if you're watching the TikTok stream, it says underneath where I am, at the bottom of the screen, support my Jingle Jam fundraiser. And help me raise money for charity. It literally says, right there on the screen, that I'm raising money for charity. Anyway. Hi, Philip. How are you doing? Like I say, I don't want to dwell on it because it's been happening so often recently, and every time it happens, I go on a little rant about it. You've heard it before. You've heard it before. I'm just sick of it. Anyway, the artillery research is now at 86%. We're getting very close. We've run out of metallurgic alloy again, which means we need more tungsten. Hey, you know the drill. So, we can get tungsten in very small amounts. And the way we do that is, well, you can. There are rocks around here that contain like trace amounts of it, so we can mine those rocks. But the best way to get it is to go into the danger zone, to set up the mining drill, mine as much as you can, and then as soon as the demolisher appears on screen, you pack it up and get out of there. So that's what we're going to do this time. We're going to get in, get what we can, and get out. It's one of those things where, you know, you need tungsten to research the artillery, but you need the artillery to get tungsten. So, yeah, we are very much just going in and grabbing bits and pieces of it until we've done the research, which will then allow us to properly start mining it in bulk. And here's one of the guys. Here's one of the demolishers. Now, I kind of feel bad about having to kill these guys, because They're mostly chill. They only really cause trouble once you start mining. Like, right now, it's completely ignoring me, but as soon as I start building anything, as soon as I, like, put something down, like a chest or a belt or anything like that, it'll turn around and attack it. So yeah, I kind of feel bad about the fact that we're going to have to kill this guy, but we are going to have to do it. There's no other way. If we want to start building mining equipment in the danger zone, we have to clear them out. Hi, Matthew, how you doing? Quick question, have you played Satisfactory, says Strawberry Plant. I haven't, actually, Strawberry Plant. Everyone's always telling me to play Satisfactory because, you know, from what I gather, it's basically the 3D version of Factorio. And, look, I definitely would like to. At the minute, I don't really have time for a new game. But like I say, I've heard very good things about it. It is a game that's very much been on my radar for a while. Maybe next year. Maybe in the new year, I'll have a look at it. Hi, MTB Care, by the way. How are you doing today? Oh, of course the solar panels stop working as soon as we get out here. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're just trying to grab as much tungsten as we possibly can, but any second, one of those demolishers will appear. As soon as you start building, it, like, attracts their attention. So as soon as we see one getting close to us, we gotta pack up and move out. And hopefully we'll get enough tungsten to finish this research. We've got to finish it today. We've only got 14% left to do on it, and it has taken, like, 4 episodes at this point to research this, because we have so little tungsten. But it's got to happen today. We're so close. It has to happen today, right? Okay, so far so good. 44, nearly a stack, and no sign of any demolishers yet. One good thing is that the demolishers can only stay in, like, their home zone. Like, if you look on the map, you'll see that there's, like, borders around each area. There's only one demolisher per zone, and they can't go outside their own zone. So even if there was a demolisher right here, which is very close to me, it wouldn't be able to attack me because they don't go outside of their own territory. So that's good. That's a small consolation, you know. Okay, I'm starting to get suspicious now. Where is it? I'm waiting. I know it's coming. This is quite a big zone, though, so it could be, like, right up at the other end. Yeah, this is a huge zone. I don't want to go too far from the drill, though, because it might appear down there while I'm away. And then that would be a disaster. Still looking good so far. And we're at almost 2 stacks. Oh, wait. No, I see it on the map. I see it on the mini-map. It's appeared. There he is. There he is. Now, I don't think he's noticed yet, because he's still not moving towards us. But as soon as he does, he'll turn around. Keeping a close eye on it. Get a bit closer. They are pretty cool. Like I say, I feel bad about destroying them because they're quite chill unless you're mining. But yeah, it's got to be done. Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm stuck. Ugh. I got stuck on the danger area. They leave behind like this trail of static, which can damage vehicles. Very odd. Now this is a small one. Look, this says small demolisher. They get bigger. I think they get bigger the further out you travel. So there'll only be small ones near the base, but as we get into these more distant sectors, we'll find larger and larger ones. Ooh, a lot of calcite up there. We haven't really wandered too far on this planet either. You know, we've stuck quite close to base. I guess because there's quite a lot of lava, it does make it difficult to explore. But yeah, I'm wondering if there's any other resources hidden out in the distance. Okay, he's coming. He's coming. Why is gifting suspended for this live? Says Toby. Because it's a charity live stream, and TikTok doesn't understand the difference between charity and me begging for gifts, so they've suspended my ability to receive gifts. There's another thing that I always find really funny. If anyone has ever streamed on TikTok before, they want you to get gifts. They want you to get as many gifts as humanly possible, because every gift that you get, every gift that I receive, TikTok gets a cut of it. So like they want you to get as many gifts as you possibly can. But then if I go on stream and say please send me gifts, that's not okay. That's not okay. They will suspend my gift giving ability for that. TikTok takes 70%, I think. Yeah, they take a really huge cut. And like I say, that's why they encourage gift giving as much as possible. Like, they want me to get as many gifts from you as I possibly can. As long as I don't actually say, please send me gifts. Because you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to solicit gifts. But at the same time, please solicit as many gifts as possible, because we get a huge cut of it. It's such a stupid system. And again, I wouldn't mind, but I'm not even soliciting gifts. I'm trying to raise money for charity. Completely different thing. Like, I don't want people to send me gifts. I want people to click my charity link and donate to the fundraiser that I'm doing to raise money for 8 incredible charities. But I'm not soliciting gifts in any way, shape, or form. I don't want gifts. I've never wanted gifts. I don't do this to get gifts. TikTok's stupid, in conclusion. But we all already knew that. Oh, we need tungsten carbide. Right. Put some tungsten in here. And the artillery research should continue. Anything? Not yet. Oh, there we go. I see a robot with tungsten carbide. There we go. Metallurgic science is on the go again. I mean, we could... Honestly, we could take even more up there. I think what happened is we accidentally imbalanced it. So there's way more tungsten plates than there is tungsten carbide. But we can solve that by just putting some extra tungsten in the carbide machine, you know. How are we doing for power, by the way? Not great. We're surviving, but it's pretty close. It fluctuates. It keeps going over every now and then. At least on this planet, we don't have to worry about pollution. There's no, like, negative effects from pollution on this planet, so we can just keep adding more steam engines. But we have already got quite a lot of them. We got 40 steam engines. Let's see if we can make a couple more. Oh, we are short on iron. Why are we short on iron? Okay, can we fit some more up here? There we go. There is a... Oh my god, why do we have so many batteries? No, 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 no. No. We don't need all those. Stop making batteries. We got enough. God, I genuinely didn't realise we'd made that many. There's probably a couple of other machines around the base that have just been working non-stop for days, and I've forgotten about them. It might be worth going around and having a quick look, just in case there's anything else that we've made way too much of. For the most part, though, I think I've limited most of them. Plastic, we do need a lot of plastic, so... do you wear makeup, says Will Ashley? I do, Will Ashley, yes. I'm wearing a little bit of foundation and a bit of lipstick today. Nothing fancy. But I wanted to make a bit of extra effort for charity. Usually I don't bother at all. as anyone who is a regular viewer will know. Okay, we've got plenty of space platforms. Do we need to build any more in space? I don't think we do, really. I think this space platform is completely self-sufficient at this point, and it's making quite a lot of science. I don't think we need to build anything on it. I think it's perfect, frankly. And it's producing space science, like, way, way more than we actually need. So, if it ain't broke, you know. We're at 89% on the artillery. %. Okay. Very nearly there. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, because this is going to be a much quieter live stream, because it's always really quiet whenever I play Factorio, I would like to take this opportunity to talk more about the individual charities that I'm fundraising for this year for Jingle Jam. So if you have any questions about any of the charities specifically, do let me know. Otherwise, I'll just do, you know, like a rundown of each one. But the Jingle Jam fundraiser this year, I'm raising money for War Child, Autistica, the Campaign Against Living Miserably, the Trevor Project, Make-A-Wish, Become, the World Wildlife Fund, and Wallace and Gromit's Grand Appeal. Again, 8 very, very worthwhile causes. If you want to know more about any specific charity, please do let me know. And I'll let you know, the basics of each one. But all of them are just so great. Like, genuinely, I mean, what can you really say about them, to be honest? They're all doing very important work in very different areas. There's a lot of focus on children. A lot of the charities this year are focused on helping children, which is amazing. There's Wallace and Gromit's Grand Appeal, which is supporting Bristol Children's Hospital. There's Make-A-Wish, which obviously, you know, makes dreams come true for children with terminal illnesses. There's the Trevor Project, which is supporting LGBTQ plus youth. There's campaign against not campaigning against Become. Become it's their first time partnering with Jingle Jam this year. Become is a charity focused on children raised in care. Children raised in care in the UK are actually very likely to become homeless once they leave the care system, just because, well, for various reasons. You know, they're like the current foster care system, unfortunately, often doesn't set kids up properly for, you know, entering the adult world. They often don't learn vital life skills that they need, or don't receive, you know, sufficient education. So I forget the exact statistic, but it's very, very likely that within 2 years of leaving the foster care system, they will end up homeless. Which is a shocking figure. Like I say, I don't know the exact percentage, but so Become is trying to, you know, reach children in the foster care system, you know, trying to build a supportive network for children in foster care and help to set kids in foster care up with those life skills, make sure that they're properly educated, and, you know, hopefully help to reduce that number and make sure that foster kids, when they do reach adulthood and they leave the foster care system, that they've been set up properly to survive in the adult world. So another absolutely incredible charity. Like I say, I think half of the charities this year are focused on child-specific causes. There's War Child as well. I didn't even mention War Child. War Child are raising money for children in war zones, Ukraine and Gaza. Quite often we talk about the fighting, we talk about the conflict between the two sides, but more often than not, we don't really think about the children in those situations, right? Like, there are children in Ukraine, there are children in Gaza, there are children in war zones around the world that unfortunately aren't going to get the chance to just experience a normal childhood, because they're in these war zones. And War Child is trying to remedy that. War Child is raising money to help kids in those situations, which, again, another really, really noble cause. So once again, just to remind everyone, any money that you do donate to this Jingle Jam will be split evenly amongst these 8 charities. They're all incredibly worthwhile causes. I couldn't pick just one to go with, so I thought the best option would be to raise money for all 8 charities, equally. So any donations that you do give will be split evenly between all 8 charities. Whether it's £1 or £100, every single penny makes a difference. We've currently raised £133 STFC. So the goal is 500. I'm trying to raise 500 by the end of the week, but so far we have raised 133. Still an incredible amount. You know, this is the first time I've ever done a charity fundraiser, and I wanted to aim high. You know, I thought 500 was reasonable, but, you know, slightly on the ambitious side. So I wasn't expecting to reach 500. I don't think we will raise the full 500. But the fact that we've raised 133 already is just absolutely amazing. And once again, that £133 is going to contribute towards all of those charities, which is incredible. So thank you so much, anybody who has already donated. It's absolutely incredible. And if you haven't, if you can, please do. Don't feel obliged to do so. If you can't afford to donate, that's fine. you know. But if you do have anything that you can spare, like I say, even if it's only £1, please do consider donating. It is going towards some really, really great causes. Anyway, back to the game. Artillery's now at 90%. We have run out of metallurgic science again. Okay, so we still need more tungsten. How are we doing? Seems like it's the same problem, though. We've got tungsten plates, but we don't have tungsten carbide. So let me head up the street and head up the conveyor belt to the other end and see what's going on. Oh, we haven't properly connected up the new electric poles. Can we get a big pylon? Copper plates. I'm trying to slowly phase out. We'll use them for now, but I'm trying to phase out the medium-sized electrical poles and replace them with the large ones, just because the medium ones are very messy. There we go. Okay, so now we're producing 20 megawatts of power, which is weird because we were producing more than that earlier when we had less machines. I think the way that the power generation works, though, is that it only generates as much as it needs to. So it can generate up to 40, I think. Yeah, production can go up to 39.6, but currently it's sticking around the 20 mark. But we've added a bit of extra power in there. You know, we've given it a bit of an extra kick. Draydog says, I did a bit of digging about the Harry Potter series, and Rowling doesn't approve of a black actor playing Snape. I've not heard about this, but I wouldn't be surprised. I know that she already had a problem with the actor playing Snape because he is pro-trans. And a couple of people who have signed up for the new Harry Potter series have you know, spoken in support of trans people. Personally, I think it's a bit hypocritical to, you know, stand up and support trans people and then at the same time be like, I'm going to be in J.K. Rowling's new project. I think it's a bit hypocritical, but it has happened that quite a few of the people who've signed up for the project have spoken in support of trans people, which I imagine J.K. is not happy about, because the whole reason this HBO series is being made is so she can distance herself from the original actors who have all spoken out against her, you know. So it's quite funny to see, actually, that she's trying to basically go clean slate, and already the new team is like, yeah, I support trans people, actually. I imagine she's not very happy about it. Okay, we're completely out of tungsten again. Looks like it's time to go mining again. For hopefully the last time. I mean, come on. All I wanted to do in today's stream was get this artillery research. It has been literally 4 episodes, and the research still isn't finished. How much more tungsten could we possibly need? Oh, there's a demolisher right there. Okay, we can't mine that then. Oh, by the way, Draydog, did you watch the first 2 episodes of the new spin-off? Okay, I think this will be safe. And telegraph... Oh, we don't have any telegraph poles. Shit. I'm going to have to head back to base. I think I used my last 2 to build the... to connect power to those 2 new steam generators. Sorry, miles away. Hold on a minute. Oh. I'm so sorry, everyone. Package came for my brother, who isn't in. And he didn't tell me that he had a package coming. For fuck's sake. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm back. Yeah, my brother didn't tell me that he'd ordered a package, and it just came, so I don't know what it is. Probably Christmas presents, so I couldn't just let them not deliver it, you know. But we're back. Let's get straight back to the game. Continue. How much have you raised, says Jake? We've raised £133 so far, Jake. Okay. It's fine, don't be too mad at your brother. I know, P. I know. Don't worry. It's, I mean, I did did tell him that I'd be streaming, but it's alright. No harm done. Okay, I just wanted a telegraph pole. Now we can go back out again. Why is gifting suspended in this live? Because according to TikTok, I've been soliciting gifts, even though I've literally never once in my life asked people to send me a gift on TikTok. TikTok's stupid, and it doesn't understand the difference between me soliciting gifts and doing a charity fundraiser. So you can't send me any gifts. Not that I want you to anyway, because once again, I don't like asking people for gifts. I don't want people to send me gifts. Okay, here we go. Zach says, can I ask what age did you turn trans? I came out at 21, Zach. No, 22, sorry. Just over 4 years ago. Well, more like 4.5 now. Oh, and in response to your other comment, P, yeah, I agree. I think some people, they do have too much money and too much free time, and not enough to spend it on or occupy their time with. I don't want to necessarily keep talking about that person in particular, because they may or may not be known to be very litigious, and we do have some quite archaic libel laws, slander laws in the UK. But yeah, like I say, I just think some people have got way too much free time on their hands, and nothing to spend, nothing to occupy their minds. So they just like, you know what? I'll just be transphobic. Why not? Afternoon, Jack. How are you doing? Yeah, be careful, P. Be careful. She's been known to sue for less. No, I just think back to that time that, like, there was some online journalist who made an incredibly minor criticism, and she literally had to... She was literally forced by this person's lawyers to redact her statement and be like... She literally had to go online and apologize. Like, I'm so sorry that I said this slanderous thing. Like, even though it wasn't a slanderous thing, and it was also such a minor thing that, like, it wasn't even worth the effort. But yeah, I just think maybe it's not a good idea that people should be so rich that if you say anything bad about them, they can just fucking sue you. You know, maybe that's not a good way, maybe that's not a good system to exist, you know. But anyway, we'll say no more about it. We're here for charity. Let's talk about more positive things. If you'd like to support my Jingle Jam fundraiser, I'm trying to raise £500 this year for 8 incredible charities. We've already raised £133 over the last 3 days, and I'm going to be streaming every day this week. Tomorrow we got Farming Sim. Hopefully, I'm hoping Farming Sim might actually be quite an earner, because Farming Sim is definitely my most popular live stream, so hopefully we'll get a few donations tomorrow. I don't think we'll get any today, to be quite honest, but if you have any money that you can spare, even if it's just £1, it's all for charity, it's all for 8 really, really great causes: War Child, Autistica, the Trevor Project, Make-A-Wish. There's loads of really great charities in there, and any donations that you give will be split evenly between all 8 of them. There's a link in my bio, and there's a QR code on screen. Like I say, if you fancy giving a little bit of money for Christmas this year, if you fancy helping out charity at this festive time, then please do consider donating to my Jingle Jam fundraiser. It's all for some very, very good causes. Oh, I heard the Demolisher. He's back. I heard it. I definitely heard it. Oh, there's one over there, but that one can't get us because he's in the next sector. I can't wait to get off this planet. Genuinely. I really like Vulcanus. It's a really interesting concept for a planet, but it just feels so grindy. You know, it's taken so long. We've been on this planet for, I think, like 6 episodes now, and we've barely done any research. It's just such a grind. I think once we got the artillery and once we've cleared away some of the demolishers, it will start to speed up. You know, it will start to make things easier. But I just want to go. I just want to go to another planet now. I want to go to... I don't actually know which planet we'll go to next. If there's enough people here when it happens, I might put it to a vote. I think, actually, we put it to a vote last time, and you guys chose for me to come here, so thanks for that. But we could go to Fulgora, which is a very windswept, like Mars-like planet. There's Gleba, which is a swamp planet. There's this whole management system on Gleba, like you have to manage material decay and stuff like that. Like all of these organic materials go bad after a while, so there's a whole new mechanic there, a whole new system that you have to contend with. And Aquilo, we can't actually go to Aquilo yet. We have to go to the other planets first. So really, it's either Fulgora or Gleba for our next planet. What game is this, says Jerex? This is Factorio Space Age. I'm playing with the Space Age expansion that released last year. The game itself is £30 and the expansion is an additional £30, but trust me, you won't put it down. The day that I bought this game, I played it for an entire weekend, and I'm not exaggerating. I bought this game on like Saturday morning, and I played it until Sunday evening, non-stop, apart from to go to sleep. It's an incredibly addictive game. Factorio, very, very, very addictive. If it's your cup of tea, obviously, if you like that sort of thing. There is a free demo, fortunately, so you can try it out, and if you don't like it, you can get, you know, you've not wasted any money. But yeah, it's worth £60. £30 for the base game and £30 for the DLC. It's worth it. Although, if you've got £60 and you don't want to waste it on a video game, why not consider donating it to charity instead? There's a link in my bio, and you can scan the QR code on screen if you'd like to donate money to my Jingle Jam fundraiser this year. I'm supporting 8 incredible charities. You don't actually have to donate £60. That was a joke. You can donate anything that you like. Every single penny counts, so please do consider making a contribution if you feel like it, and help out some really amazing charities this Christmas. I got Spider-Man 2 for half off. Nice one, Jerex. How much was that? $35. Nice. If you donate, I'm going to mention it again. If you donate £35 to the Jingle Jam fundraiser, you get 15 games on Steam. and there's some really good games in there. Just sorry to keep going on about it, but anyone out there, if you are interested in donating, if you donate £35 or more, you get access to the Jingle Jam games collection. There's Steam keys for 15 games. There's a really great mix. There's Train Simulator, Train Sim World, if that's your cup of tea. There's Mouth Washing, really great PSX-style horror game. There's Ixion. I've been playing Ixion quite a lot. It's a sort of city builder resource management game in space. Really, really good. There's all sorts. There's some really, really good games in there, and it, you know, the total value for the games individually is like well over £100. So if you buy it through Jingle Jam, you're getting all those games for just £35. And, of course, it's all going to some really great charities. I bought mine. I bought it for... I supported the official Yogscast fundraiser last week, so I've got the collection. And, like I say, there's definitely some really good games in it. It's well worth the price. Okay, tungsten again. It's always the bloody tungsten. 90% to go, though. 10% to go, sorry. We're at 90%. So I will put 2 and a bit stacks in there, and 2 stacks in the bottom one. Oh, also, P, if you're still watching right now, I posted a highlight from yesterday's Soma stream, and I did include most of our discussion about death. Sorry, that might sound quite morbid out of context, everybody. We were playing Soma. Well, I was playing Soma on stream yesterday. What an incredible game! I did not realize how much that game would make me think and feel. Just an incredible experience. We had a really long discussion during yesterday's game about the afterlife and, you know, religion and the ethics of cloning and stuff like that. It was a very long, very deep discussion, and I posted most of it as a highlight on TikTok today, so check it out if you're interested. It's like 7 minutes long, but very good. I love it when games provoke deep thoughts and conversation. Me too, P. That's the thing, like, don't get me wrong, I like a game that's just a bit of mindless fun, you know? I like a game where you can just sit back and enjoy yourself, but I also like games that make you think, you know? I mean, it's the same with any art form. It's like with a film, for example, you know? I love a film that's just a good time, you know? It's just a laugh. But at the same time, I also love films that make you think, you know? That have something to say. And Soma, as a video game, it has something to say. And it's really, really good. Just what an absolutely phenomenal experience it's been. I think I am going to be finishing it on next Wednesday, because I really want to make sure I've finished it before Christmas, and we're very close to the end. So, yeah, join me next Wednesday if you want to see the finale of that. We're at 92% on the artillery, by the way. Only 8% to go. We're getting ever closer. I've got a feeling that we're going to need more tungsten again, though. Come on. Please. I mean, I might... Maybe I should go out preemptively and collect some more, just in case. I've got a feeling it is going to be needed. Let's go this way instead, though. Yeah, you need your switch-off films, but also some that get your brain working. Exactly, exactly. And like I say, I feel the same way about video games. And I feel like that doesn't always come across with the games that I play on stream, because a lot of the games that I play on stream are those kind of, you know, just sit back and relax simulator, you know, get games where you don't games where you don't really have to think too much. But I also love a game with a great, deep, thought-provoking story, you know, and I'd like to try and play more story games in the new year. I'd like to try and play a few more narrative-based games and a little bit less of the, you know, open world. Although you can have both. Same with Soulstorm, honestly. I don't think Soulstorm is quite as deep as Soma, but I feel like the Oddworld series does not get enough credit for its stories. It is very, you know, it says a lot about, not to use buzzwords here, but it says a lot about society. It says a lot about capitalism. It's a great game series, and every single game, you know, people think, oh, it's a silly game about aliens, you know, oh look, here's a blue alien who farts. That's funny. Yeah, it is. It is funny. There's a blue alien and he farts. That's funny. But if you actually play the game and pay attention to the story, it's actually really, you know, it actually has a lot to say as well. And that's part of the reason that I really love the Oddworld series so much. Because it has the best of both, you know. It's fun and it's funny, but it also is quite thought-provoking and meaningful. And I think we're going to be finishing that game on Sunday as well, Soulstorm, which will actually be the last Oddworld game so far. We'll have finished the entire Oddworld series. Kind of the end of an era, to be honest, because, you know, the plan was always that I'd play... The plan was that I would marathon the Oddworld series, and I'd play every game in the series this year. And we've done it. We're finishing the last one on Sunday. We'll have played every single Oddworld game. What am I going to do next? The answer is Subnautica. I'm going to be playing Subnautica on Sci-Fi Sunday in the new year. Another great game that actually has quite a deep and meaningful story behind it as well. So I'm very much looking forward to playing that in the new year. And also for Subnautica 2, which is going to be releasing in early access next year. I'm quite excited to play that on stream when it does drop. Okay, we finally run out of tungsten plates. And we got to 93%, so there's still so much to go. It feels like it feels like I'm just collecting tons and tons of tungsten, and it's never enough. There always needs to be more. Oh, I accidentally put coal in there. What else can we even research with metallurgic science? Artillery shell damage. Is that it? Oh no, here we go. Coal liquefaction. That was way easier to unlock in the base game. We can increase productivity of low density structures. Speed module tier 3. Turbo transport belts. That would be a quite useful thing to research. Although, honestly, right now, we're still using the slowest transport belts. We have access to express transport belts, and we haven't made any. So, are we ready for turbo transport belts, really, if we haven't even got express ones yet? Cliff explosives, asteroid reprocessing. Rail support foundations. Okay, we need to visit Gleba for this one, because we need... Oh, no. Fulgora. We need to visit Fulgora to get electromagnetic science. Damn. I think maybe I'll do Fulgora next, actually. I feel like Gleba is going to be a very significant step up in difficulty, and I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. So yeah, I think I might do Fulgora first. I'm not entirely sure how regular Factorio is going to be in the new year, by the way. As you may have guessed from me not playing it very much recently, I love the game. I love this game, but it is by far the least popular game that I play on well, just in general. Quite frequently, I get 0 viewers when I play this game on stream. We got 3 people here right now, so thanks everyone. But yeah, this is by far my least popular game that I play. And I don't want to completely give up on it, because it's still a game that I personally really love, and I've always felt that, you know, I want to play games that I personally enjoy, regardless of how other people feel about them. But at the same time, it's very discouraging to play a game that no one wants to watch, you know? So I will play Factorio next year, but I don't know how often I'm going to play it. There's going to have to be some thought about how frequent the Factorio streams are going to be. And really, the only reason that I'm playing it today is because it's Jingle Jam, and I wanted to make sure that I did a stream every single day. If you'd like to support Jingle Jam, by the way, shout out once again. I'm working with Jingle Jam this year to try and raise £500 for 8 incredible charities. Jingle Jam, very well-established fundraising company, set up by the Yogscast way back in 2014. They've actually raised, since it was founded in 2014, Jingle Jam have raised over £25 million for charity. Every single year they do a 2-week stream marathon, and anyone can take part in it. Anyone can apply to help fundraise. This year I decided to give it a go, and like I say, I'm trying to raise £500. We've raised 133 so far. So any donations would be very much appreciated. They're going to go towards 8 incredible causes: War Child, Campaign Against Living Miserably, Wallace and Gromit's Grand Appeal, World Wildlife Fund. Just really, really great causes that, you know, deserve your funding. So if you'd like to donate a little bit of money to charity this Christmas, there's a link in my bio, or you can scan the QR code on screen now. We're at 95% on the artillery. 95. We are so close. And yet, we need more tungsten. I'm going to head back up to where that worm was. Hopefully it's gone. Okay, 5% of 1,500 is 150, 75. We need 75 more metallurgic science. Now, to get 75 metallurgic science, let's have a look. We need 5 tungsten per metallurgic science. Nope. We need 6 plus 8. 14. We need 14 tungsten per metallurgic science. 14 times 75. I honestly don't know that off the top of my head. That's quite a large sum. If anyone has quick access to a calculator right now, somebody tell me what 14 times 75 is, please. Oh shit, the worm's still there. Fine, I'll do it myself. $1,050. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's 21 stacks of... We still need 21... That can't be right. That cannot be right. I've calculated something wrong along the way. There's no way we need another 21 stacks of tungsten ore to do 5% of this research. That's insane. Let me double check this while I'll leave it drilling. Okay. Okay, so one metallurgic science pack requires 2 tungsten plates and 3 tungsten carbides. Each tungsten plate requires 4 tungsten ore. So to make 2 tungsten plates, we need 8 tungsten ore. Tungsten carbide is 2 per 1, so we need 6 tungsten ore to make 3 tungsten carbide. 6 plus 8 is 14. We need 14 tungsten ore to make 1 metallurgic science pack. Okay, that bit is correct. That bit is definitely correct. Now, in total, to do all of the research, we need 1,500 metallurgic science. And we've only got 5% left to do. So 5% of 1,500 is 75, right? 10% is 150. Half of that is 75. So we need 75 metallurgic science, and each one of those is 14 tungsten. So the maths is correct. We do need 21 stacks of tungsten ore to finish this research. That's insane. There's no wonder it's taken us 5 episodes to do this. There's no wonder that I've been doing this for like 12 hours in total if you add up all the streams. Because that's a ridiculous amount to need. What do you mean we need 1,000 pieces of it? Jesus. Hello, Horse Lover. How you doing? Welcome. So I'm just ranting about how expensive stuff is in this game. That's me on most games. Yeah. And it's gone off again. The thing is, it wouldn't be anywhere near as annoying if there was an easier way to get tungsten in the early game. Because we are still quite early on this particular map. We've mined almost every boulder in the starting area, so this is the only way to get tungsten now. The only other option is this mining drill, and it's really slow, and as soon as a worm appears we gotta move it all before it gets destroyed. It's ridiculous. We could get a few speed modules. Can I leave this unattended for a minute? I really feel like I'm gonna leave this. Oh, thank you for following Moofire on Twitch. How you doing? I really feel like I'm gonna come back and a worm will have destroyed the mining drill. But if we can get some speed modules, then it'll at least drill a bit faster, right? And it just so happens we are making speed modules as part of one of our production chains, right? No, we're not. We're making productivity modules. Okay, how do I make speed modules then? Speed. 1, 2, 3. Can it... It holds 4 modules, right? So if we get a little bit more plastic, we can make a 4th one. A little bit more copper as well. There we go. Now back in the tank, and we'll hopefully get back before anything gets destroyed. Okay, it's still there. Hello, Bertie boys. How are you doing today? Welcome back. Right, I'll put productivity modules in there for now, because they can help get a little bit extra. But I want to replace them with speed modules as soon as we can. And it's gone off again. Wow, this game looks complicated. Oh, it is. It is, Bertie, yes. Very. It's honestly, it's not that bad, though. It has a bit of a learning curve, but to be fair, I think it's fairly intuitive. Like, it teaches you what you need to know. It's not one of those games that just chucks you in at the deep end and says, figure this out. You know, it doesn't really have a tutorial per se, but it does kind of gradually build up in difficulty. So it's not too difficult to learn. Okay, the worm's coming. We're going to have to pack up and move out. I'm going to wait till the last possible second this time. Oh, he's coming in fast. He's coming in hot. We're gone. We're gone. Sorry, man. Sorry. Hey, Crawford. How are you doing? Anyone else getting buffering? Sounds like it's just you, Moofire. Best refresh your stream. Not too bad, says Crawford. Good. Glad to hear it, Crawford. Maybe Twitch hates me. I'll try TikTok. Yeah, you can join me on TikTok, Moofire. I'm on YouTube as well, if you want to join over there. Okay, I'm going to head straight over to the other side. And carry on. We still need another 7 stacks. We're whittling it down. We're whittling it down. Unfortunately, we started late today, so it's starting to look unlikely that I'll actually get this finished today. I've got to finish it today. I've got to finish it today. We've spent so long trying to research artillery. It has to be finished today. No matter how long it takes. I'm making a commitment here and now. My tanks ran out of fuel. Oh, Jesus Christ, my tanks ran out of fuel. Lovely. I'm making a commitment here and now. This stream will not end until we have fully researched artillery. And all we need to do to achieve that is to mine 7 more stacks of tungsten ore. It's not that far away. It's within reach. Unfortunately, my tanks run out of fuel, so we are going to have to walk back. Can it be coal powered? Just out of interest. Like if I just put a little bit of coal in it. Well, the answer is there's no coal on this planet, so no. I love how your bold promise of a commitment was followed up by a tank shortage. Yep, well, that's just my luck, isn't it? Really? Oh, the trees have got carbon. Can it take carbon as fuel? Hi, GWTS, how you doing? The thing is, we've got plenty of fuel back at base. I just didn't realise that the tank needed refueling. Good, how are you? I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Oh! It can take carbon as fuel. Good. Right. Speed modules. Shove them in there. Have I got time to quickly dash back to base and get proper fuel and get back here again? Let's find out. Oh, where am I? Where am I going? I actually no. I don't want to risk it. It's a long way back to base. I really don't want to risk my only mining drill getting destroyed, because then the stream really will be overrunning if we have to build another drill. No, I'll wait with it. I'll just sit tight. Okay, we have got 4 stacks. How many's in there? 5 stacks. Okay, we need another 6. Once again, guys, just to remind everybody, I am raising money this Christmas for Jingle Jam, if you've just joined. We're trying to raise £500 this week for 8 incredible charities. There's a link in my bio, or you can scan the QR code on screen. Jingle Jam, very well-established fundraising organisation. They've raised over 25 million for various charities over the last 13 years. This year I'm trying to raise £500. We've raised 133 so far. So if you feel like donating a little bit of money to to charity this Christmas, consider checking it out. If you donate £35 or more, you get access to the Jingle Jam collection, which gives you Steam codes for 15 really great games. But any amount is, all going towards charity and is very much appreciated. So thank you everyone who's already donated. If you'd like to know more about the individual charities, please do ask, and I'll tell you as much as I can. The charities are War Child, Autistica, Campaign Against Living Miserably, Become, The Trevor Project, Make-A-Wish, the World Wildlife Fund, and Wallace and Gromit's Grand Appeal. 8 very different but very worthwhile causes. And as I say, once again, any donations that you make will be split evenly amongst all 8 charities. If you're watching on TikTok, there's a link in my bio. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, there's a link in the comment section. And of course, wherever you're watching, there's a QR code on screen as well if you want to scan that. Are you going to play Farm Sim today? Not today, Harv. Next Farming Sim stream will be tomorrow. And it will be our second to last episode on Saxlingham. So it's kind of the end of an era. Thanks for following, Ferrets Hunting. Okay, we're at 6 stacks. 5 stacks to go. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, everybody. No sign of any worms, either. Oh, it's gone off again. I wish that I wasn't having to rely on solar panels here. But we don't have much choice, really. There's no, as far as I know, there's no wind turbines in the game, because there's no wind system. Although, having said that, one of the new planets, Fulgora, is described as a dry, wind-swept planet. So maybe on that planet there'll be some kind of wind power that we can use. But not here. There's no wind on Vulcanus. Okay, we are so close now. Seven stacks. 4 stacks to go. Still no sign of the Demolisher. For some reason, it feels like they're less aggressive now than they were when we first landed on this planet. I don't know why that is. It could be an update to the game. That's most likely it. But I feel like when we first landed here, they were super aggressive, and now they don't really show up that often. I mean, we still need to clear them out, because they will eventually turn up, but yeah. Just something I noticed. Any sign? Still nothing. There's a couple of boulders over there, but I can't reach them. There's lava. There's a couple up here. For old time's sake, let's mine a couple of boulders as well. There we go. Gets us a little bit. Nowhere near as much as the mining drill, and it also gives us a load of other crap that we don't need, but... That's 8 stacks. 3.5 stacks to go. For once, I've made a bold promise that I'm actually going to be able to keep. Unless there's, like, a power cut right now. Nope. Okay, I guess we're going to achieve it. I guess we're actually going to get artillery research today. I mean, there was an in-game power cut because it's gotten dark, but I was more thinking about a real-life power cut. Which do happen a lot in my area, to be honest. It's only in, like, the last year or so. For some reason, like, once a month or so, the power in our area just goes off. Okay, there's a worm there. Yeah, like, it's happened 5 or 6 times this year. There's no pattern to it. Happens at random times of the day. But just every now and then, there's just a massive power cut for the whole street. Okay, moving out. Oh, 9 stacks. Okay, we are tantalizingly close now. In before worm, says P. There he is. There he is. But we've got less than 2 stacks still to mine. So I'm just going to head up to this sector and mine the last little bit that we need. Okay, here we go. So close now. So close. Come on. No worm, please. Now, I'm fairly confident at this point that we'll research the artillery, but I don't know if we'll actually build any artillery today. I don't know how expensive I don't know how expensive it's going to be. Like, this won't actually get us any artillery, this just enables us to make it. The actual building, God knows how expensive it's going to be. I imagine it will probably require tungsten to actually craft the artillery as well, so we might be best getting a bit extra. That's why I'm just mining up these boulders as we go. Get a little bit more. That's it. That's 11 stacks. We might as well wait here until the worm appears again and, you know, get a little bit extra, like I said. But that should be enough now to do all the research. Now, what I don't want to do, a mistake that I made before, is that I split the tungsten evenly between the tungsten plates and tungsten carbide, but they aren't actually even. We need to figure out which resources need to go where. So to make one metallurgic science, we need 8 pieces of tungsten ore to make the plates, and 6 pieces of tungsten ore to make the tungsten carbide. So that's 14 pieces in total. 8 pieces go one way, 6 pieces go the other way. And if we reduce that down, that's 4 go one way, 3 go the other way. So, I'm thinking then if we could get to 14 stacks, then we can just go 8 stacks for the plates, 6 stacks for the carbides. You know, keep it even. And we're already at 12.5 stacks, so I think we can push for 14. It's happening. It is happening. Now, I was going to end the stream at 5, which is only 20 minutes away, so I might go for an extra half an hour. I don't know. To be honest, the only reason I wanted to end at 5 was for the official Yogscast Jingle Jam stream, which I can't even remember what it is. I just know that I wanted to watch it. Okay, there we go. One final stack. That's all I ask for. Is tungsten purple? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen tungsten in real life. I mean, you know, I've presumably owned things that contained tungsten in some amount, but I've never just seen like a lump of tungsten ore. Is it actually purple? Probably. I know they make drills out of it, and it is apparently stronger than diamond for drilling, which is impressive. That's it. We got it. Let's go. That is all we needed. Oh, worm. Hello. Sorry. Just passing through. Okay, 6 stacks for the tungsten carbide and 8 stacks for the tungsten plates. Now, that is definitely enough. That's definitely enough to get all of the metallurgic science we need. Whether the other science packs will will match that production. I don't yet know, but I imagine they probably will. And wow, these smelters have really caught up quite well. Fuel. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Where are we making fuel? The answer is we are not making fuel anywhere. Was it being fueled by carbon this whole time? Oh, maybe it was rocket fuel. Maybe I was using rocket fuel to fuel the tank. And to be fair, we don't really need that much rocket fuel for the rocket at the minute, because we're not planning on taking off anytime soon. Let's take some rocket fuel and put that in there. I imagine it probably lasts a bit longer than coal. Well, not even coal, it's just pure carbon. In a what's the hexagonal carbon? I don't know. There's a structure of carbon that is hexagonal. Okay, we're at 97%. Here we go. The countdown begins. 97. It's so slow. God, it really is slow. Jesus. I'm out of monster. 98. I'll sit here and wait. There's literally nothing else that I can do until this research is finished. Keep it coming. $99. Literally 1% to go. Come on. We're so close. Just give me this. Just let me make artillery, please. That's all I want. We've been doing this for 5 episodes now. Let me make artillery. Any second now. Any second now. It's done. It's done. Artillery finished. How do I make it? 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 $60 tungsten plates to make 1 artillery turret. So we're not going to build any artillery today, but we have researched it. And it has literally taken me 5 episodes to get this research done, but we have it. We have it. We can make artillery turrets, 40 iron gear wheels, 10 processing units, 60 tungsten plates, and 60 refined concrete. Now remember that each tungsten plate requires 4 tungsten ore. So that's 240 tungsten, or just under 5 stacks, per turret. That's expensive. We also need tungsten to make the shells as well, so the battle's not quite over. There's still some work that needs to happen. The main thing is, the research itself is done. As soon as we've built the artillery, we can clear out some of the demolishers, and once the demolishers are cleared out, we can have mining drills set up in the danger areas permanently. Because once we've cleared the demolishers out, there's no danger anymore, right? Like, if we kill this demolisher here, then we can just mine this tungsten ore, we can set up a ton of mining drills on it, and never have to worry about it being attacked. Brilliant. The battle is over, but the war is not quite won. Let's put it that way. In terms of research, we could queue up some more research. Is there any research at all that we can do that doesn't involve metallurgic science? Yes, there is. We might as well get some of these other sciences researched while we're at it, just because, you know, we're not going to be making any more metallurgic science just yet, and there's quite a few here. Part of me is tempted. We could research Fulgora and Gleba. We could get both of these done. Like, just because we're not going to Gleba yet, it doesn't mean that we can't do the research to go there, you know? We can research an atomic bomb for 5,000... This probably would have been quicker than researching artillery. You know why? Because you don't need any tungsten. We could have researched the atomic bomb and it would have cost us 0 tungsten. None. We would need 5,000 of each science pack. But I genuinely think it probably would have been quicker to research atomic bombs. Too late now. Too late now. Let's go for... I guess lab research speed is a good place to start. It'll just make the next bit of research that we do that little bit quicker. So we'll queue that one. Are there any others that don't use metallurgic science? There's braking force. That's anything train related isn't really that useful at the moment because we don't have access to trains up here just yet. I'm watching you on TikTok. Are you live on Twitch right now? I am, Harley. Yes, you can join me over on Twitch and YouTube. There's a link in my bio. Also, consider donating to my Jiggle Jam fundraiser. There's a link in my bio for that too. I'm trying to raise £500 this year for 8 incredible charities. Anyone who's watching, if you'd like to donate some money to charity this Christmas, please do consider using the link or the QR code on screen and help me raise 500. We've already raised 133 in the first few days, so thank you very, very much to everyone who's already donated. Whether it's £1 or £100, every single penny counts, so please do donate if you can. Okay, apart from the lab research speed, I'm also going to queue... I don't know. I mean, oh no, this is the maximum lab research speed. There's no other tier after this. I mean, I don't really know if I care about any of these, to be honest. Does physical projectile damage affect artillery? I don't think it does. It doesn't look like artillery is included in that. Where is it? Where is it? We just researched it. Yeah, the artillery, it definitely doesn't include artillery. Okay. Should we do atom? Should we do bombs? Should we do nuclear weapons? Should I research atomic weapons, everybody? I mean, I don't really feel like any of this other stuff is needed. Oh, worker robot speed, actually. That's a good shout, honestly. we'll put that one on there. Oh, and worker robot cargo size would be useful as well. Okay, there's a couple of other useful ones before we do nuclear weapons, but it's on the list. I do want to research atomic weapons at some point. Again, a part of me feels like it probably would have been quicker to research those in the first place instead of artillery, but it's too late now. Saw what's your go-to takeaway? I need ideas, says Bertie Boys. I like Indian. I mean, obviously I can't recommend a specific Indian, because you don't live in Doncaster. But I like an Indian myself. That's always my go-to takeaway. Well, I like Chinese as well. Chinese is great. But yeah, my go-to would be an Indian, a nice curry, and I get all the extras when I get an Indian as well. I've got to have all the extras. Got to have onion bhajis. Got to have a samosa to start with. Sometimes get some. What's the other thing? What's the third thing that Indian restaurants do that isn't onion bhajis or samosa? Obviously, naan bread and a pakora. Pakora, that's the one. Yeah, got to get a bit of pakora. Some naan bread and poppadoms. You've got to have both. Pickle tray. I love the pickle tray. Nobody else in my family enjoys the pickle tray, so I'm just slurping up all the pickles, all the pickled goodies. But yeah, when I get an Indian, I'm having the lot. I'm having all the trimmings. You got to do it properly, right? Like a curry without at least a naan bread, at the very least. If you're not having any sort of bread with it, if you've got no naan or poppadoms, you might as well not bother. But for me personally, Indian, the spicier the better as well. Not too spicy, to be honest. I've tried Vindaloo a couple of times. It wasn't for me. It was a bit much. I sit somewhere in the middle. I like a nice madras. Like I say, I have gone spicier on occasion, but for me, madras is the sweet spot. Madras is a good level of spice. That being said, I really love non-spicy curry as well. I genuinely really love korma. And the thing is, I feel like people who enjoy spicy curry, whenever you order a non-spicy curry, they look at you like you're a maniac. Like, how dare you order chicken korma? Are you 5? It's good. It's good. Just because I like spicy curry, it doesn't mean I have to have a spicy curry every time, you know? Sometimes I want a korma. Sometimes I want the spice. Sometimes I don't want the spice. I don't understand people who are always like, you know, oh, if you don't buy the fucking spiciest vindaloo on the menu every single time, then you're like a child, basically. Just, korma's good. Korma's good. And I say that as someone who likes a nice spicy curry as well. Sometimes a korma just hits the spot, right? I'll tell you what else I like. Sorry, we're not really focusing on the game right now. I'll tell you what else I like, which I feel like is a bit more of a controversial take, especially in my family. Nobody else in my family likes it, but I actually quite like Kashmiri. Kashmiri, for those of you who don't know, is basically a korma with banana in it, and it's delicious. It sounds weird. It sounds very bizarre. But I tried it once, and I was immediately hooked. Like, it just tastes exactly like a korma, but it's got mashed up banana in it as well. It's gorgeous. Nobody else in my family eats it. They all look at me like I'm absolutely mental. Like, you're eating curry with banana in it? Are you insane? It's good. It's really good. I would eat that. You should try it, Pete. Next time you order an Indian, see if your local Indian do Kashmiri. It's good. It's really good. Bertie Boy says, I was at a restaurant with friends and ordered a masala, which is basically korma but red, and the waiter said, oh, there's always one wimp. Like, alright then. Alright, then I won't buy food from your restaurant if you're going to take that attitude. Like, I'm a paying customer, what are you talking about? And masala's good as well, I do like a masala. But yeah, just... I mean, it's bad enough coming from friends or family, but when you're at a restaurant paying for a meal and you're being told, like, oh, you little pussy boy eating your korma, like, fuck off. I didn't come here to be insulted. I came here to pay you money for a curry. Why are you going on at me just because I don't want spice? Anyway. I think we are going to have to call it there for today, everybody. Great conversation. The game, it's gone well. It's gone well. I'm very, very happy that we finally got artillery researched. Very big achievement. It's taken us so long, but we've finally done it. Like I say, there's no chance that we'll be able to build any artillery today, so we might as well call it here. But yeah. Thanks for joining. Bit of a shorter stream, and obviously a much quieter stream. My Factorio streams usually don't get very many views anyway. But I wanted to do it anyway because it's part of my charity marathon. And also, unfortunately, we actually didn't get any donations today. So that's a bit of a shame. You know, I'm not gonna single anyone out because, you know, a few of you watching have already donated, and I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, no new donations today, I'm afraid. It's not the end of the world. Farming Sim is tomorrow, Bertie Boys, yes, and I've got quite a good feeling about Farming Sim, because as you know, Farming Sim is by far my most popular series. Like, of all the live streams that I do... Oh. I think my connection might have dropped a second there. Sorry if there's a bit of a drop in connection for a second. Yeah, out of all the streams that I do, Farming Sim is by far my most viewed. It always pulls in the biggest audience. So, you know, I'm thinking could be a good opportunity. Hopefully tomorrow we might get a few donations in. Would be absolutely incredible. Our best day so far was Tuesday. We got £50 on Tuesday. Then Monday we got 45. Yesterday we got 38. But yeah, Farming Sim, I've got a good feeling about it. Like I say, I don't think we're going to raise £500. I deliberately set myself quite a high goal, but I honestly didn't think that we were going to reach it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much we raise, because it's all for charity, right? Whether it, you know, even if I don't raise any more money for the rest of the week, we've still raised 133, which is absolutely incredible. So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a few more donations in then. And there's always Saturday and Sunday as well. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining. Catch you tomorrow, Bertie Boys. Thank you very much. Thanks once again, everyone who has joined today. It's been absolutely incredible. Just to reiterate one last time before I do finish, if you're out there watching right now, if you haven't already, if you feel like donating some money to charity this Christmas, please do consider donating to my Jingle Jam fundraiser. I'm raising money for 8 incredible charities. There's a link in my bio, there's a QR code on screen, and you will be supporting 8 really, really worthwhile causes. So please donate anything that you can. If it's £1, if you can only spare £1 or 2, it still helps. You know, every single penny is going to charity. So thank you very much, everyone. Consider checking it out. Before we finish, if you've enjoyed, please do follow and subscribe. And very, very quick shout out to the Patreons. Thank you very much to Kate, Jess, Danny, Riley, P, Charlie, Dan, Amy, Marika, Aaron, Hannah, and Alfie. Thank you also very, very much for supporting me over there. If you'd like to get your name on this board, you can check the link in my bio. It costs £1 a month. You get access to behind-the-scenes content. Yada, yada, yada. We're not bothered about the Patreons today. No offense, guys. Thank you very much for supporting me. But today's not about the Patreons. Today is about charity. So after that very brief shout out to the Patreons, we'll call it a day. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for Farming Sim, and hopefully raise a little bit more tomorrow. that's it. Bye bye.